All right. First trade of 2026, and we get a very clean W. So, really can't ask for a better way to start off the new year. I know everyone loves the trade recap, so we're going to jump straight into it. But I actually wasn't even going to trade today. Like, my plan was to start trading on Monday, January 5th. I took the last week and a half off of December. My plan was to take, obviously New Year's Eve, New Year's Day off, and then today. I figured I might as well just wait till Monday. But one of the perks of being in a Discord is sometimes there are people that are paying attention when you're not. And so I'm not gonna lie, I slept in pretty heavy today. I woke up around like 10:30, 10:45, so usually past most of the morning volume. But I was, the first thing I do in the morning is I check my phone, I look at the Discord, and I see that a lot of people were taking trades and people were saying there was a trend, and I was like, okay, like I'll at least open up the chart and check it out. Well, when I woke up and opened the chart, this is what it looked like right here. Very, very clear trend down, and I'm a continuations trader. So all I'm looking for is to catch a little piece of a big continuous move. Now, when I open the charts and see this, I'm not just going to close my eyes and go back to bed. Okay? Like you could set a monkey in front of the chart and he looks at this and he can guess the direction of where price is going to go. So I wasn't a complete idiot. It's not like I just pressed sell. And actually, I want to do this on TradingView. I think it's a lot cleaner. And just so you know, I'm not frauding. There's the P&L on my screen. But going into the morning, I woke up, like I said, I probably looked at the charts at about 10:45, 10:50ish. Like that's when I hopped on. I took my trade about 5-10 minutes later. But what I wanted to see, I didn't have a lot of time. So I looked on the 1 hour chart. I'm always going to look at the 1 hour and just kind of see overall what's the trend, what's the bias. And I noticed all of pre-market, we were pumping up. Okay, it looked like we were going to be bullish and take out some of these highs. But then I looked at I had ES pulled up as well, and I looked at this high right here, and this is kind of going back to my ICT days. But where's my? Let me shrink this up. Okay. So I noticed on the 1 minute, we came up towards this draw right here. We put it in an SMT, so ES took this high, NQ did not, and we just immediately started flushing. So what that tells me, and I see this happen a lot of the times, if we go up towards a high, edge it, and then just start dumping in the other direction, we are not going to go back up and take that high. It just doesn't make any logical sense for us to come up towards that high, put in an SMT, start dumping, and still use this as our draw for the day. It just doesn't make any sense. So now my bias is, okay, where can price go that's bearish? So I'm looking at the chart, and I probably opened the chart. I think it was right around here. This is like about where I opened the chart. And I wanted to see, okay, I'm sure we've already taken out some lows. So I looked at the 1 hour chart and I saw, hold on. Okay. Yeah. So I saw we edged this low right here. Okay. I saw we kind of edged it, and I'm looking for, okay, I know price is probably going to take out this low, but we could retrace anywhere up in this leg to go down lower. So I need to see, okay, do we have a 5 minute? Do we have a 15 minute? Like I need to find somewhere safe that I can catch an entry off of. So I look at the 5 minute and I saw that we ran this 5 minute gap right here, which is not a good sign. Okay. My rule is it's totally fine if we run a 1 minute bearish fair value gap to go tap a 5 minute, that's fine. But if we run a 5 or a 15 minute to go tap another 5 or a 15 minute, usually those trades do not play out. So this already kind of sketches me out. Now, the trend is super strong bearish, so I'm not completely opposed to shorts, but I need to see additional confirmation that we do want to take this low. Because what if we just want to edge it like we did this high up here? So I go to the 15 minute, and I'm looking, okay, there's got to be a 15 minute gap somewhere in this leg, and sure enough, there is. So I want to see this 15 minute gap get hit and see an immediate rejection down. On ES, we had the 15 minute gap form as well, and I see that we came up and we tapped that 15 minute gap on ES. We did not tap that 15 minute on NQ. So it tells me a couple different things. First of all, this 15 minute gap is going to be my condition. So if we blow through this 15-minute gap and continue higher, then I'm going to be off. I'm not going to be looking for any more shorts. If we tap into this 15-minute gap and then we come start displacing lower, then I'm still going to be open to taking shorts. Let me refuel. So I see that on ES we tap it. That just tells me that NQ is the weaker asset because ES was able to come up, retrace all the way up into this gap. Meanwhile, NQ was too weak to the point where it couldn't even tap that gap. So now I know for sure if we do get shorts, I'm going to look to take it on NQ. Now, at this time, like I said, I woke up probably around here. So I had just saw that ES tapped the gap and NQ did not. But because of that 5 minute, how we ran through it earlier, I was still a little bit sketched out. So I wanted to see a completely separate model play out telling me we were going to take out this low. Sure enough, what do we get? First of all, I see that on the way back down, we had a great reaction off that 15-minute gap. We ran the only 5-minute gap that we created. We ran right through it, which is already a great sign. So I'm seeing now, okay, I do think this 15-minute gap is going to hold. Can I get a safe entry to target this low? Unfortunately, kind of not, because we just started dumping. Like, I would have ideally liked to see something where maybe we retraced, like, we're here, retraced up here, and then did something like that. That would have been ideal, but we didn't really get that. Instead, we came all the way back down, really close to this low right here, edged it, and came back up. Now, the reason why I took this trade today was simply just based off of order flow. And when I say order flow, I'm not talking about Bookmap or footprint charts, any of that shit. I'm talking about you can sit down in front of your screen and obviously say which direction the market is heading. Like, if you look at this chart and you're bullish, it's time for the JOB. Like, I don't know what to tell you. So today I was very confident that we were going to keep the trend down. And I've noticed, especially when it's to the downside, when we want to dump, like we just dump. Okay, there's been several days over the past few months where price just starts dumping, and you can tell it's just not going to stop. And that's where market experience comes into play. But I still wanted to see a safe entry model for this trade. So I see we come back up into this 1 minute gap right here, and immediately we started just displacing right out of it. So I took my entry right about here before this candle closed because I don't want to enter all the way down by this internal low. And my plan for this trade was, okay, I'm going to treat this like all-time high conditions because the next draw wasn't till all the way down here. We've already dumped hundreds of points. I don't think that I could catch this whole move and not get stopped at break even, or maybe not even hit this low. We edge it and keep going higher. So I was kind of just looking for a 1-to-1, 1 to 1.5, somewhere in that range. And the plan was to go break even at this first draw right here. So, because I was very confident in this draw getting hit. So immediately after I enter, price flushes past this first draw right here. I set my stop at break even, but we closed down here. I was pretty confident in the fact that, okay, I can at least squeeze a 1 to 1.5. And what did I end up? I ended up squeezing a 2R trade, which was fantastic. I was sized a little bit later on this because I woke up late, wasn't really all there yet, but I got to take advantage of these conditions. And so I told myself as soon as I saw it start to get weak, if I saw any wicks up, I was just going to close the position, be happy with what I got. And so after this candle right here, when I saw this close with the wick, I just closed the position, okay? Now, could I have been greedy, held it for a little bit longer, squeezed out a few more points? Yeah, sure, but I'm sorry, if I wake up late on a day where I wasn't supposed to be trading and I can catch a 2R trade, I'm not going to be greedy. I'm going to take my profits. Like, I was not even supposed to be on the charts today, but the chart gods blessed us with this beautiful trend, so I took advantage of it. I took what the market gave me, and that was it. I was done. Shut my laptop, done for the day, went and made some coffee, and it is absolutely amazing. So, very happy with this trade. Like I said, this trade mainly had to do with just overall looking at the chart, seeing how bearish we were, and that we just kept constantly dumping. We're respecting all bearish PD arrays, it was just very, very obvious that we were going to keep trending lower. So I was sized a little bit lighter. If I would have gotten stopped, I would not have lost very much at all. But the trade worked out. Everything was great. I was in no drawdown at all during this whole trade, and it played out in about 3 minutes. So $4,000 in 3 minutes. Can't complain about that. And as I was about to post this video, I realized that I never filmed an outro. So as always, the link to join my free Discord is in the description. I post my bias every single morning of what I'm looking for in the market. I review you guys' trades. I'll chat throughout market open. Just overall, super helpful community to be a part of. I wouldn't have even opened the charts if I didn't have a Discord today, so that's pretty cool. But I hope you guys enjoyed this recap, and I hope everyone has a fantastic start to 2026.